Okay, folks, here we are, game 2 in this best of 3. We're going to update the scoreboard here in just a second, but getting into the introductions. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map, Belshire Vestige. Playing for Clarity Gaming, it is cSarovati.
And in the bottom right, playing for Team FXO, it's going to be our Blueser player Lucky.
Now, one could make bad puns right now and call him fortunate. However, these Mutalisks have been really decisively great all day for him. I mean, it's not even like he's going like, "Herder, I'm just gonna go Mutalisks to win the game." It's kind of catching his opponent off guard. Like, we saw it earlier today with another player, StarCraft Ascension Lucky. We see it here today with cSarovati, where it's like, okay, the right response was getting 2 Stargates to get a lot of Phoenixes out, but it's always too late.
Yeah. And that's why I would see cSarovati adapt to that type of playstyle, because it really seems to be FXO's Lucky his playstyle in ZVP.
Abusive, you mean?
Well, going Mutas with Corruptor, it's very hard to deal with. Like, as you say, if it's just too late, then you're already in a tough situation.
Absolutely. And I mean, like, I kind of said earlier, like, you know, we could have gone Archons, could have done this and that, but the big thing for it is, of course, Archons, they still, despite having a ton of shields on them, like, 50 Mutalisks are still going to come close to one-shotting an Archon, so it's not easy to make the right decisions. The Phoenix, I think, is definitely the best response, but we'll have to see how this game shapes up. cSarovati taking the double geysers early on, probably going to have 2 in each to get that Warp Tech and the Mothership Core out just in time. I don't imagine we'll see him be as aggressive this game as he was last game. It did not pan out for him at all.
Well, he opens Gateway first. I do think he wants to put on... And did he go last game with double Gas Geyser as well?
I'm not saying he wouldn't be aggressive. I'm saying not as aggressive. I mean, he dedicated a lot to that Sentry push. And, you know, quite frankly, that Sentry push I feel would have done a lot better if it had gone to the main instead of the third. But... yeah. You know, it's one of those coulda, woulda, shouldas. We're not recovering replays or anything like that here today. I don't know, Lucky, we'll see what happens. I think if I had to imagine, he'll probably stick to his guns, keep doing what he's been doing. Harass early with Lings, follow up with Mutas, because I mean they work really nicely. Unless cSarovati opens with a Stargate to show like he already has Phoenixes on the field, I think that's the only situation where we would see Lucky not make Mutalisks, quite frankly.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm just a bit curious to see how this game will play out, because Belshire, on the other hand, it does play out a little bit different than Daybreak, because you can wall off a bunch more with just gateways, but yeah, I don't know what I would do in cSarovati's place. I really don't have a clue what to do against FXOLucky. I mean, he's a GSL player.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't 4-gate him, you can't 2-gate him, you can't proxy him. I mean, this...
Exactly,
you're so limited on what you can do. You have to out-macro him. And as we've seen here today, so far, in the ZOTAC Cup, no one has been able to do that.
Yeah, like, what can you do against a player like this? It gets scary when you get in a macro game against him, like, perhaps more frequent scouting, like, actually seeing the Spire as soon as it goes up.
This
as
stalker,
I said, yeah.
I'm gonna pull a death note here and just write his name in the book because he's about to die. There are Lings with speed about to kick in, and this Mothership Core is not gonna be enough to stop them.
I think it's gonna be a boss stalker, man. He's gonna like hide in a corner down at the ramp. And
actually, he is kind of a boss stalker. The Queen said that we're gonna follow this up as well, but they're not going to. Well, they are, but a little bit late. But okay, there we go. Stalker with
leave.
2 health. Yes. What the what? He survived the Death Note curse. The Stalker does live to see another day, and I am so surprised.
Yeah, give that guy a barbecue for sure. Oh wow, I like this from cSarovati, putting the Stargate as a part of the wall. It might seem weird, but I actually like it a lot.
I think a lot of this too is he wanted his opponent to see it. He's going to probably make a couple Phoenixes as well, but I don't think he's going to dedicate to this by any means.
Yeah, but this Stargate is more like, please don't go mute that Stargate.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, he wants his opponent to see it's on the field, so he knows, like, okay, I'm not going to go Mutalist, because there will already be Phoenixes. But of course, the other side, the other coin other side of the coin is the fact that even if he does still go Mutalisk, well, guess what? He's already got one Stargate on the field. It's a lot easier to start producing off of one and build a second than throw down two and save a bunch of Chronos.
He's not making a second. That is a bit odd. He's
Well,
gonna
he
go for
shouldn't.
a fast third.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no reason he should, unless he saw the response of Mutalisks. Making two Stargates this early would be such a bad idea.
No, but I mean more Phoenix. That's what I meant. Finally, he's adding
yes,
Phoenix.
yes,
Yeah, because it is a bit of a. You could like make one Phoenix and one Void Ray, and the one Phoenix will clear Overlords, the Void Ray will keep you safe against Roach pushes early on. And then you can take straight into Colossus afterwards, and you still have the Stargate up if you scout Mutas. But none of that, just adding more Phoenix. All good.
Actually, a big downside here too is like we talk about scouting. We haven't really seen observers come out of cSarovati. We really need to. I feel.
Well, Hallucinate Phoenix will do just as fine, but I know what you mean.
Hallucinate Phoenix are like they're timed though. I mean, you can't just leave it there and be good to go for the rest of the game. Ooh, he actually manages to barely save that Sentry. Not sure if it's really worth it though. We'll have to gauge that later. I mean, he's got 8 health on it. It's gonna die no matter what.
It's gonna regen shield, it's gonna have some extra force fields later, so I do think it was worth saving it, of course.
Yeah. Alright, well the Nexus is going to complete, and it's got that really perfectly nestled cannon in there. It's almost like a throne cannon. It's got the gateways guarding it as well. 3 actual Phoenix though are going to come down here. There's Queens but no Overlords. And Spore's going to be up, and again, I feel this is just to show like, hey, I have Phoenix on the field, don't you dare. Don't you dare go Mutalisks.
You naughty boy. But yeah, the Phoenix, of course, they do a great job of harassing the Overlords like they are doing now, but we see Infestation Pit. And look at this, opening Phoenix is so great because it also gives you this scouting info. You don't need to send hallucinations out, you just
attack.
Do your harassment. Yeah, you do your harassment, even though it's not that much. You will get a nice feel of what your opponent is doing, and you can react ahead in time, and that's exactly what cSarovati can do right now.
Well, 5 Phoenixes on the field. This tends to be the magic number. He'll see if he makes any more. I highly doubt it. Sees all of those links flooding northward, but that's okay. He's got an awesome wall off here, and I really want to stress that, an awesome wall off.
Yeah, cSarovati's getting a Twilight Council.
Why did he push into that? He knew the links were forward. He's got to be so careful. A lot of these sentries, I mean, they're valuable units.
Yeah, I don't know about that push. The links could have... Yeah, they're going right now.
That could have been
Hopefully
bad.
he's paying attention.
I think he was busy with the
fortunate
Phoenixes. He was busy focusing on Phoenix with the Queens, but
Yeah.
4 Queens spreading a ton of creep. I mean, this is ridiculous. We're at 11 minutes of the game, and he's already about the halfway mark in the field.
Yeah, but that's why I'm a bit shocked that cSarovati goes for... Yeah, the Twilight Council and a ton of gates. This is like... Yeah, this type of style he's playing was like a very popular style back in Wings of Liberty, where you have big gateway expands with a quick 3 base, and then just push with that with like +2 Blink Stalkers with like 12 gates.
Well, you know, Blink could actually be very good on this map. Using the ledge in the main, you can really abuse it with that cliff.
Yeah, but I don't know. Oh, I thought we were gonna see Swarmos, but we're gonna see none of that. It's just gonna be a quick hive. Then of course the Blink Stalkers are gonna do just fine. I was just a bit scared for a Protoss player that there might be Swarmos on the map, and without Colossus, it could be quite a pain to deal with them.
Alright, well, Stalker's gonna poke forward. Link's still running a wreck all over the map. There's actually, he's got a, oh my god, get a warp in. Just barely in time.
Yeah, nice response time.
Some nice running around the map. I mean, the FXOLucky, he's keeping cSarovati on his toes. He doesn't get to relax. He doesn't get to just ignore and move across the field. But there's actually no proxy with this. Oh, sorry, there's the pylon now coming down. He's got to be careful though. I mean, still, this is a lot of Stalkers and Sentries, and he can recall. So, Lucky, I mean, quite frankly, best to just throw away the base for the time being. He's got to engage with the Infestors. He's got to get on top of the Spore Crawlers, I think, in the best scenario.
Yeah, 3 Infestors. He just made 3 Infestors with Pathogen Glands. It's already finished, so perhaps he can fungal in the choke. He actually has a bunch of Infestors and a bunch of Queens as well. Wow.
He's got some really sick pylon placements here. Now he's going to keep pushing forward. He has, wow, some amazing force fields do go down immediately. cannot catch the Infestors, but he zones the army back entirely, and now this base is going to fall. He's going to try and evacuate the drones.
Pushes the ramp quickly. Unfortunate, but it's going to get the base, as you said. This is really, really great for cSarovati.
Now we actually have FXOLucky going for the Ultralisk Cavern, a quite frankly brilliant tech switch. As he's been focusing on the melee upgrades for these links. He's on 2-2. The Ultralisk, of course, run just train on top of Stalkers. And there is...
Yeah, but this big gateway play is working out, but it just hits before the Ultras, which is excellent timing.
But the Ultras, of course, they break the force fields. So, I mean, this becomes less and less effective. He's got to keep these Queens alive. He needs to spam transfuse those Ultralisks. He can't be affording to use the energy here and now.
Those force fields, so good. And look at the Phoenix still contributing.
Such sick control coming out of cSarovati. A massive blink forward, though. The Ultras are about to pop. Will 6 Ultralisks be enough? It's going to be a huge question. I don't know. I don't think so.
I think he already lost too much, and he can just have nice splits on the Stalkers and good focus fire.
Well, drones being pulled. The Ultras are pushing forward.
Yeah, he's focus firing the Ultras.
Yeah,
Some
last...
drones keep on blocking the Ultras, and that's...
No transfuse energy available.
Yeah.
That's it. GG.
GG.
Wow. I am flabbergasted.
Such great games today. It's really amazing.
Well, I love ZOTAC, man. But that's going to bring us up to 1-1 in the series.